Rejoice! The tried and true formula of Super Smash Bros. Returns to Nintendo's HD console in full 1080p, 60 frames per second beauty. You might not process this until you actually see it on your screen, but Super Smash Bros. For Wii U is breathtakingly gorgeous. Even with pure chaos happening on screen with the new 8-player Smash, the game manages to still look stunning and run great. While the game's roster remains the same, the Wii U version does come unlocked with more characters from the beginning, meaning upon starting the game, you and your friends will have a larger and more diverse cast to pick from. Our initial thought, the 8-player Smash mode, would be nothing more than a novelty value. A mode that curious players would try but serious players would avoid. Now, we're not so sure. It's one of those modes that ends up being so hilariously chaotic that your brain just begs you for more. Given that you can select all sorts of crazy rule sets, you can set up matches like 8 Captain Falcons at level 9, or 8 Jigglypuff CPUs at level 1. They're adorable. They didn't even hit each other. Sometimes it's just as fun watching the CPU duking it out against one another as it is actually partaking in a match. After a few days of GameZone fans begging for us to play more 8-player Smash matches, it was obvious that this wasn't just a novelty mode. This is something people are going to play, or I don't know, maybe even bet on. The single-player mode gets a slight change-up as well. Classic mode now allows you to move across a tabletop with set figures, which will determine who your next opponent will be. You also have a rival character that rewards you with more coins the longer you wait to take them out. All-Star mode does return, but this time tasks you with defeating characters in backwards chronological order of their game's release. However, the coolest part is that you can partake in all of these solo modes cooperatively with a second player. Both Classic and All-Star modes are way more fun when tackled with a buddy. Also new to the game are Master Hand and Crazy Hand orders. Master Hand tasks you with betting a certain amount of coins in order to win a preset prize. These challenges can range from defeating a certain amount of characters while they're giant, or taking on an enemy while they're in metal form. Crazy Hand challenges is where the real bulk of the prizing lies. To participate, you either have to hand over a ticket or pay a few thousand coins. The difference here is that you don't get rewarded immediately after besting a challenge. Instead, you eventually have to take on Crazy Hand. The Wii U version supports Nintendo's answer to NFC Toys Amiibo. We received a Mario Amiibo and put him through rough, rigorous training to get him to level 50. And then we saw how hard he really was to defeat. And that guy was hard. He's a tough little guy. I couldn't beat him. It's actually pretty cool to see your Amiibo adopt the moves you use against him for future matches. You can also upgrade your Amiibo's stats by feeding him various equipment that you could otherwise customize other characters with. While you lose that equipment permanently, their stats are affected permanently as well. It's a shame that Amiibo doesn't work with the game's single-player co-op mode. We would have loved to bring Mario Amiibo with us to Classic mode and tag team our way through opponents. As of right now, Amiibo only works in the game's Smash mode. Also new and exclusive to the Wii U version is Smash Tour, a Mario Party-style board game mode where you move your selected Mii across 3 small, medium, or large game boards in order to collect fighters, strengthen them, and ultimately duke it out against other players in a final smash. We personally didn't love this mode. It's just a slower way to get to the good stuff, smashing. The selection of stages, though plenty, is pretty disappointing in the Wii U version. What's the point of having 2 practically identical Animal Crossing stages, 2 Pilot Wings stages, 2 Mario Kart stages, a Metroid Other M stage? And why does Captain Falcon just race cars when he's got these superhuman abilities? Sorry. The biggest offense is the game's customizable control scheme. There's no way to set a default control scheme for the game, meaning you have to tie a control scheme down to a particular profile. That would be fine if it kept that profile active when switching between modes. Each time you go into a new mode, the game switches back to the default control scheme. So if you forgot to pick your profile, you're stuck with the default controls. We're giving Super Smash Bros. For Wii U a 9. At the end of the day, it's Smash Bros. Any way you look at it. It's no longer the floaty fighter that Brawl was, and instead is back to its fast days of Melee. The roster is huge and diverse, with very few clone characters this time around. It's still one of Nintendo's most innovative and extremely fun party games to date, and anyone with a Wii U has surely been looking forward to its release. It's not perfect, but it sure is close. For the latest gaming news, reviews, tips, cheats, walkthroughs, and more, go to GameZone.com.